हेलो फ्रेंड्स, केजी क्लासेस में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम आपको द ऐसे प्रॉब्लम ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इन इंडिया के बारे में बताएंगे। हेडिंग इंट्रोडक्शन, सेकंड केसेस ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, थर्ड सम सजेशन फॉर सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम, फोर्थ कंक्लूजन। ट्रूथ टेस्ट ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी इज फुल एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड सोशल सिक्योरिटी, डॉक्टर राधाकृष्णन के अनुसार। The problem of unemployment is the most serious problem facing our country. A large number of educated and uneducated people loiter about in search of some job. They are willing to work but they cannot get it. There is unemployment in cities, towns and even in villages. There are two types of unemployment in India: partial employment, unemployment and full-time unemployment. There are many cases of unemployment in India. The greatest case of unemployment is the overpopulation of the country. The population of the country is increasing fast, but the job cannot be increased in that proportion. So a large number of people remain unemployed. Another case of unemployment is our defective system of India education. The present education is bookish. It should be job oriented. It does not prepare students for life. Every young man of today is suitable only for the white collar job. At the completion of education, a student dream of government job. They rush for government job. They are least interested in self-employment because some of the youth see more respect, glamour and comfort in jobs, while some seek challenges in jobs. Prevailing corruption in our society is also one of the cases of unemployment. Machines are also responsible for the problem or problem of unemployment. The machines are labor-saving devices. These machines throw thousands of persons out of work. People rush to cities in search of employment. The result is that the cottage industries which provide employment of many are impaired. Gandhiji warned the people against industrialization. India needs not mass production but production by the masses. There should be a check on the rapid growth of population. The program of family planning should be made more popular in rural areas. All efforts should be made in this direction. The system of education should be changed. Importance should be given to technical and vocational education. Education should be sound and practical. Government should create more jobs for the educated unemployed. Cottage and small scale industries should be developed. We should lessen the use of labor saving machines. Banks should advance loans to the youth to set up small industries. Luckily, our government is fully alive in this problem, technical and vocational. Colleges are being opened, cottage and handloom industries are being encouraged. Efforts to control population are being made. Irrigation and other multi-purpose projects are increasing. These steps will help a lot in solving the problem of unemployment. An empty mind is the devil's workshop. An unemployment person is a nuisance to the society. A hungry man can do any wrong. Therefore, it is the duty of the government to solve the problem of unemployment as early as possible. Government should encourage policies of employment. In this regard, government policies should be liberalized. Thanks. Next है if I were the principal of the college. Introduction, first heading, second my desire, third various reforms that I will take to make, fourth conclusion. Uneasy lie the head that wear a crown. The post of a principal is not a bed of roses as they may think. It requires not only great scholarship but also a lot of administrative ability. A principal holds a place of great importance in the administration of a college. The principal reflects the college and vice versa. It is my earnest desire to be the principal of my college if by the grace of God and good luck I become the principal of my college. I will see that the college makes all round progress. I will introduce the following reforms. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy is a well-known saying. So games and sports will be made compulsory for all. The college will have a gymnasium and a swimming pool and all kinds of indoor and outdoor games. NCC shall also be introduced. All the possible hobbies and extra curricular activities will be encouraged. I will make my student disciplined and well behaved. Students who break the rules of the college shall be punished. I shall see that they obey their teachers. They will be taught the values of discipline. It will help a lot in making the tone of the college. Fine buildings and costly furnitures alone do not make a good college. Its goodness depends on its able teacher and their effective teaching. I shall have qualified teaching staff. I shall see that the teaching work runs smoothly. It shall be my first and foremost duty to see that the efficient teaching work goes on the bringing praiseworthy results. I will introduce moral teaching in the college. Periodical talks will be given on the duty of students towards their parents, teacher, country and God. They will be taught to follow the noble souls in their dress and habits. This moral teaching will help them to be honest, kind, polite and noble. Simple living and high thinking will be the watchword of the college. These are some of the reforms which I will introduce in the college. The reforms will be introduced by and by will the with the cooperation of all. May God fulfill my dream of being the principal of a college. Next, a visit to a place of worship or a visit to a temple. First, introduction. Second, description. Third, conclusion. Mathura is a place of pilgrimage and it is visited by thousands of men and women from different parts of India every year. There are many temples here, but the most famous is that of Sri Dwarkadhish. This temple is situated in the heart of the city, a few paces from Vishram Ghat. I had an occasion to visit Mathura in the month of Shravan. A number of persons visit the birthplace of Lord Krishna at this time. I went to the river Jamuna early in the morning at 6 a.m. and after taking my bath in the sacred river and offering my prayer, I went to the famous temple of Sri Dwarkadhish. Inside the main gate of the temple, a flight of stairs upwards leads the visitors to the courtyard of the temple. We had to put off our shoes and keep them outside with a guard who charged us 50 paise per pair. We were not allowed to take our socks, umbrellas, or any other things made of leather inside the temple. There is a big platform for the main room where the idol of Lord Krishna is placed. A certain time is fixed when the temple is opened to visitors. There was a great rush of people in the main room was not yet open. Suddenly the main room opened and we had the darshan of the great deity. Many people pro- prostrated themselves before the Lord. The devotees placed their offerings before the Lord and the priest gave them Charanamrit and Prasad. There are beautiful paintings on the wall depicting various scenes from the life of Lord Krishna. We came out by the other gate leading into a small lane. Again in the evening I went to the Jamna river and witnessed the arti of the sacred river. Then I went to the temple. There was a very heavy rush and there was enough police arrangement to control the traffic. With great difficulty I entered the temple. The whole temple was flood lit with electric light. There were costly chandeliers all round. There were no hindolas, on of pure gold and the other of silver. The walks were covered with black cloth. This is called Kali Ghat. The Kali Ghata. The temple was beautifully decorated. After having a darshan, we come out. This visit gave us great peace of mind and we returned home cheerfully. Thanks, best of luck.